Yay, Bonnie Raitt. Wow, what a gal. Okay, we're talking about having an outrageous fourth quarter. Wouldn't it be cool to be Bonnie Raitt going to the fourth quarter and having all the freedom and the stardom that she's got? She can pick anything she wants to go do and really make a difference.
Yep, she can.
Wow, wouldn't that be cool?
She's done great so far.
Okay, this is a talk show. You call in local 564-1290, or you can call in long distance 866-564-1290. And email me, Clay, at mediasb.com. There's a lot of email coming in here, so we're going to pick two or three that we're going to talk about. But right now we've got someone on the phone. Hi, this is Clay and Susan.
Well, hello, Clay and Susan. This is Beth.
Oh, well, hi, Beth.
Okay. Here we go.
Here we go. Well,
and we're streaming, Beth, so don't make me cry.
I know. I'm watching you guys right now.
Okay.
Well, Clay,
Does my hair look all right?
Yeah, hey, how do you like the new seating arrangement? You like it better with me over on this side? Does it work better?
Well, I don't. Well, for me, it's just getting used to it because I'm so used to seeing you the other way.
Yeah.
But we can see Susan much better than we ever have been able to
Well, that was
before.
the whole idea because Christmas is only a few months away,
So we're working on buttering Susan up.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the idea.
I mean, it's going to take me 30 years to figure it out.
Well, I'll remember that.
There you go.
But hey, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I was listening to today's show.
Yeah.
And a thought occurred to me because I was thinking about the busy fourth quarter that we have coming up in terms of all the travel and speaking engagements and how excited and pumped up we are for that.
Mm-hmm.
How do we get the people around us excited and pumped up about it? I mean, I'm thinking about, for me personally, it's about my family and preparing them. But I think all of us who are dealing with fourth quarter, whether, we're, inside a big corporation team that we have to get pumped up or our own personal teams, how do we do that?
Well, think about this, and I've had this thought, and there's only one thing you can do, is you can ask to be held accountable for being outrageously happy and to be held accountable for when you're not, to get complete with what makes you unhappy so you can get to being back happy. All right, back to being happy. And then the other thought I had is, when you're a powerful person, and, Beth, you and I get out and we make a difference for thousands of people every year, and we're watched a lot. Mm-hmm. So if you're going to be watched, then why not be outrageous? If you're going to be watched, then why not create happiness? If you're going to be watched, why not speak positive? If you're going to be watched, why don't you teach people to forgive themselves? And that's essentially what we're doing.
Right.
And all we have to do is listen to what we say and be it. And we get to do it, 1 minute at a time, 1 hour at a time, 1 day at a time, one speech at a time. So that's really where it's at.
Yeah, and I guess what I'm hearing, too, is when I think about, my own personal team, my team, thinking about my family and preparing them for our being gone, it's really about being for them who we are for everybody else in the world.
Yeah, but also you got to remember is your family, your team understands maybe more than you do the difference you make either with yourself or with me when we go out and speak to 1,000 or 5,000 people at a time. Mm-hmm. When we walk off stage, for the most part, we have changed the thinking of every listener in the room.
And it's very, very cool.
That's right.
Okay, let me add something, if you don't mind. I'm going to add something to this since I'm the family support.
Yeah, please.
Is that sometimes, well, not sometimes, but most of the time I get wrapped up in all the daily stuff that needs to get done. And then when Clay goes off on a trip, I know he's going to make a difference with whatever group you guys are all going to be managing and him speaking in front of. So sometimes I just might need a reminder like, okay, Susan, I could use a little support here. Or, because I don't think about that kind of stuff because I'm not going.
Yeah.
And so it could just be a little nice little nudge or something.
Okay.
That says I'm headed.
Yeah,
I'm headed
absolutely.
out.
And let me just say this too. Beth, do you understand it is okay not to be on all the time? It's okay to have down introspective moments. It's okay to be questioning, your value and so on. I mean, it's okay to take a look at those kind of things. It's not okay to live there very long.
Oh, sure.
So you don't want to make yourself wrong for questioning how good you're doing or if you're really making a difference or those kind of things, because that's what keeps your edge sharp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I don't feel like that's where I'm at all.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about, how do we keep those around us as excited as we are?
Yeah, all we can do is lead and provide the choice and the opportunity, and that's what we do.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
All right, good. Thanks for calling. Now, there's nothing you want to ask, days off or raise, so that's not why you called in.
No. But hey, that's a good idea. Next time I want to take the day off to spend it with the girls, I'm going to call during the radio show.
That's what you do. That's what you do. Okay, thanks, Beth.
Thanks, guys.
Take
Bye.
care, honey. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so Susan, before
Yeah.
we took a break and got Beth on the phone, we were talking about commitment, right?
Right. And
Okay, go
there
ahead.
are special notes here about Dana Torres, who's another American swimmer.
Yeah,
She's 41 years old, and
Yeah.
she is unstoppably committed.
absolutely. I mean, can you imagine being 41 years old in her, what, third or fourth Olympic?
No,
excuse
84. She competed in 84, 88, 92, 2000, and now 2008. So this is her fifth Olympic game.
Good Lord.
And on August 1st, 2007, at the age of 40, just 15 months after giving birth to her first child, she won gold in the 100-meter freestyle at the U.S. Nationals. 26 years after she first set the American 50-meter freestyle record at just 15 years old.
Talk about being unstoppable.
Yeah, and then get this. And in the 2008 Olympic Games, she took home the silver medal in the 50-meter freestyle, missing gold and a new world record by just 1/100th of a second. 1/100th of a second. And the woman who beat her was 24 years old. Dana is 41. So, Olympic lesson number 2, 41-year-old Dana Torres is competing at the top of the world because she is committed.
Yeah.
And she was able to push past the distractions in her life. She set a goal, committed to it, and she went for it. What are you committed to?
You know, absolutely. I mean, think about all the diagnosticians, all the doctors, all the experienced people out there says, well, when you're that old, you can't do that. And she's going, yes, I can.
Oh, here's a
Yeah, go ahead.
here's another one.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is another.
Are we having too much
another,
fun, Susan? Go
another
ahead.
Olympic one.
Yeah.
Love for life.
Yeah.
The success quality number 3, love for life.
Yeah.
A 67-year-old Japanese Hiroshi, I'm not sure how to pronounce it,
Hiroshi.
Hiroshi Hokitsu.
Very good.
He's an equestrian jumper, and he loves life. Hiroshi competed in the 1964 Tokyo Olympics and is competing again in this year's Beijing Olympics at age 67.
Yeah.
He is quoted as having said, "I want to go as high as possible. If you have a goal, you can stay young. It would be good if people of my generation feel the same."
Yeah. Felt the same. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, and I just want to clear up, he's not doing the jumping. He's on a horse that jumps.
I know.
Okay, I just want to be clear about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, but what he's saying is phenomenal. What he's saying is everybody could get. Look, if you're living your life and you have no place to go or no goal set, wow, all you're going to get is what your mind gives you. What your mind gives you is the past, because your mind is designed to keep you safe, which means something you've already done before.
Or you think about what you might get in the future, but if you don't stay present,
Yeah.
you're not going to either have the past or the future.
Yeah.
It's just going to be a
Yeah, so you got to be clear and precise, and maybe even write it down, give it to your family members, say, hold me accountable for this.
Yep.
The gal that you were talking about before,
Dana Torres.
Dana Torres, can you imagine how many people, she asked to hold her accountable for getting things done, or she asked for help? I mean, wonder what it's like, wonder what her husband is like. He must be a phenomenal guy.
must be.
I never hear about him. I wonder if she's even married. You know what I mean?
Well,
the
I
way
know.
life is.
Yeah.
But it's just amazing. So
Yeah.
so success quality number 3 is love of life. Success quality number 2 is commitment. Success quality number 1 is passion.
Right.
So having passion, being committed, and loving the life you have. Now, success quality number 4 is what, hon?
Team.
Yeah. Because you can't get to where you're going by yourself. If you could, you'd be done already. And it's just not possible. You have to have a
Yep.
team. What's the team provide? Accountability keeps you on track when you're not being your passion. It keeps you on track when you're not loving your life. And it holds you accountable for staying healthy and balanced. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine what the Olympic athletes would be like if they didn't have a team or coach or support or someone to hold them accountable for what they were going for?
Yeah. Now, do you think it's fair to say to the listening public out here that you need to take on the rigor and the commitment and everything else like an Olympian does in your life?
Well, it might be fair to say, but I don't think that it's something that would be real.
Yeah.
I don't think it's real possible or probable.
So it's fair to say that if you just took on one of these qualities, it would absolutely transform your life.
Oh, yeah,
wouldn't it?
just took on. Yeah, just took on
I mean,
a commitment
you could choose being committed to what? Anything you want.
to. Yeah.
All right? Or choose to commit to building a team that would hold you accountable for being happy when you're not.
Yep.
Or changing the job, not so much changing where you work, but changing who you're being in the job, like that email we got.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So it all takes human beings coming together, huh? Mm-hmm. And that's what I mean about this.
Yep.
The fourth quarter, this quarter in '08, could be all about changing how you interact with the people around you. And the happier you get, the happier they will get. And if you have a direction that you can ask them to align with, I call that creative alignment, my gosh, you could do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's not against the law to be happy.
No.
Yeah, there is no fun prison. I mean, it's pretty
Well,
cool.
I'll be darned.
Okay, we got to go to another break, honey. And then we got a couple of emails I want to read when we get back. So you're listening to Clay Nelson. Clay Nelson Life Balance are on KZSB AM 1290 in Santa Barbara. Get on back. Boy, this show is flying. I'm fully committed to finish it.